now, getting the OT as well. He has the Petrify, so he can actually turn this around, but AFK is gonna get taken low. Petrify comes in the end, but it's not enough to turn things around. Verso! Oh, they committed onto the fight too long, and King Kong gets 2 at the start of the game.
Best possible start for the Yi Sun Shin. 30 seconds before the turtle spawns, he's up 2-0, gets to cash in on a bit of an extra item, steals a camp away, so he definitely has gotten what he wants. The snowball comp, it alleviates the responsibility for Super Friends for a while now that Yi Sun Shin is ahead, and they're putting more pressure up top.
They gotta keep doing this. They gotta bully the Yuzong, and I'm glad to see that ONIC Philippines have adapted to that, man. Not just the Yuzong kills, but also the turret. They're gonna get turret 1 under 2 minutes. No, all right. Hey, they got saved by the bell there, man. The turret's still... Well, it's very, very low, but they get the first turtle, and I think they're just gonna go for turtle into turret later on. Wave is... Wait, I think the wave should actually take it down here. Turtle for sure, but the wave... Yup, that's turtle and turret at the 2-minute mark.
And first, Castle doesn't even dare to walk up. Curtain call. It should be safe. Yeah, but I mean, Castle still level 3, and Verso Time really far behind. Now have to... They're basically forced to play with a big deficit, although AFK is still doing his part to make sure that if the XP lane goes bust, there's March to kind of lay back on to rely.
So they still have that late game, but again, this isn't really the win condition for Verso Time. They have the mid to late game, which is going to be a good safety net for them. But the fact that Justinian is on the Akai means that clear's going to be quite tough. King Kong's already close to being 2 levels ahead, just with the kills and up top and with the turtle. And now he is going to be 2 levels up ahead. So by the time turtle number 3 spawns, I think it should be 3 levels ahead for King Kong, which means that the Akai is going to be so easily baited to use his heavy spin.
Even contesting objectives won't feel too nice for Verso Time, even with the Black Dragon from and Petrify. Mars getting forced away by King Kong's gang too. This is not gonna get any easier. Like, Justinian is gonna have a lot on his plate.
You're gonna go on Brusco. Don't really think there's gonna be a kill. Well, he just walks back up, by the way. Brusco, an absolute chat into the RWM he goes. And he'll be able to recall. They should be able to get this reset down before turtle spawns in the game. So, not much of a punish from the side of Verso Time.
And even for Marsh, not able to... Doesn't feel comfortable taking that recall just now, so has to heal up from the minion wave, and the Beetle camp does have to blow his Purify earlier on because King Kong ganked him, I believe, with the Turtle boat. Now Turtle does spawn on the bottom quadrant. That means that this Bruno can join, but Yuzong completely out of commission.
Alright. Let's see what the Yuzong can do here if he's able to make it, because it is expanding rivers. There's a map to make it to the neutral objective. It should be this one. Bravest Fighter coming down now. Good stun from AFK and Justinian. And it looks like they're just going to trade, or rather, they're just going to concede it here. Lures Pathway sent around. The Bravest Fighter already used up. That's going to be a flicker back as well. Good respect from Kirk. He knows that this is going to be really tough for them. If Verso Time are able to go for those good trades on the board, Heavy Spin going to be used up. Brusco thrown back again. Revitalize an AOG. Will lock AFK and Kojik, but he's able to pop that real world inflation in time. Now doing damage over Brusco. He's going to be taken down. That's a stun over only onto AFK. Raging slashes, and the final one lands to get AFK down. Castles is going in, looking for the sustain now. Stunned again on the turret. Almost taken out as March looks for the trade down below. Doesn't look like Kojik will be able to defend this one, so Justinian has to back away, and King Kong will be happy to go straight to the purple buff for a possible take here. Don't know if he actually gets it there. Oh, he does. Justinian is not sitting on a purple. Doesn't go for the red tree.
Could have gone a lot worse for Verso Time, but clutch RWM to really zone out ONIC Philippines when Brusco dove in. Opens up the bottom lane for Mars to take that tier 1 too. So all things considered, Verso Time still in it. The Haas Claw up for March. Yeah, just 2.5k behind. This is very, very doable for Verso Time. Carpet laid out too just to defend this bottom tier 1 to make sure that March doesn't come under threat, because he is now their win condition.
How do they get March into the item power spike right now? And how do they handle the damage coming down from ONIC Philippines? Those are the 2 big questions I need to ask, and I think they're asking for themselves as well. Keeping their turrets alive will be able to slow the game down a bit longer. But ONIC Philippines could just easily go for the turrets up top as well. Just look at Kelra. Always staying active as the ONIC Philippines, the rest of the members rotates around. He goes up top, chunks these turrets low, and they're not in any rush. Again, for ONIC Philippines, if they're able to control the first few neutral objectives, it's amazing for them. That means they control the entire game, the tempo of it as well. And they're already 2,000 gold ahead, which is going to be great. A lot of their heroes are pretty good scalers as well. With the Kimmy, the Yi Sun-shin, and the CC, they should be fine coming into the mid game, even if Verso Time get their items.
Verso Time will be late to the turtle too, so decides to not even bother about it. The AOG does go wide, so Castle does escape.
Alright. They're gonna have to give the purple buff away though, so ONIC Philippines taking complete control of enemy jungle. And as expected, Husky, by Turtle 3, it's gonna be a 3-level lead for King Kong. And it's looking bleak, really, for this Akai. So easily baited to use the heavy spin later on. Kirk's going to do work in the bottom lane, picking up a turret for free as well. So, yeah, Verso are just turtling inside of their own turrets here, trying to get as much farm as possible. FK, whoa. Opposite Glorious Pathway. Brusco still has... Actually, he doesn't have the AOG. Brusco might be picked up, but Kelra is going to be walking up as well. He's going to be the Black Dragon form baited out as Kirk looks for a long flank down below. Won't be able to find it. Does get into position. That's Castle. Just headbutts him, and Verso backs away.
All these considered, Verso Time, they still have one more way to stall ONIC Philippines, which is with the defense, right? Like you have Kojic, Yi, pretty good when it comes to defending your own territory, especially a high ground push, but also Castle with this Black Dragon form Petrify. If he has to throw his body to get Verso Time back into the game, then so be it. Alongside Justinian there, the pickup potential is still there, but Sky Piercer is out for Super Friends. Key items, Malefic Roar for Kelra, King Kong with the BOD. Verso Time will need a lot more time just to get to an even level to withstand the output from ONIC Philippines. And Stars with taking control of their own jungle.
That's a Bravos Fighter from Kirk. Curtain call, but with no AOG combo. ONIC Philippines just taking it very slow in the siege here. Knows they have 2 marksmen, so there's not really any need to force out these big fights. Lord's coming up in 17 as well. That's a Mountain Shocker thrown out. Justinian doing a good job spacing away from these abilities. But the big problem is still that level lead from King Kong. This means that it's going to be difficult for Verso Time to contest. Oh!
Castle.
Wow, the cancel! Castle was on the animation of Black Dragon form, but the traction pulls pulled him back in, canceling the BDF. And that means no XP laner for Lord number 1 in the game. ONIC Philippines should pick this up for free.
I'm surprised that Castle probably didn't have the Furious dive in that moment. But this Yuzhong has not been working out. And all started with a back-to-back gank in the XP lane from ONIC Philippines. And now it's really starting to snowball. A 6k gold lead, almost a 6k gold lead for ONIC Philippines. First Lord in the pocket, and Marsh, he has the Berserker's Fury, but he needs more than just that. Maybe a Winds of Nature, or maybe even having to commit to a Malefic Gun just so he could keep up with the damage output.
How are they going to do that though, right? The orange buff going to be taken as well. Now it's a 4-level lead for King Kong. Bravest Fighter just a zone. They're going to go for the siege in the bottom lane. AFK tanking up the good shots here. Keep those shots away from the turret. But it's a slow build, and ONIC Philippines know it. They can just constantly get these turrets, you know, 1 hit is all it takes. A few hits here and there. They're going to break it eventually, and the lead will skyrocket. Oh, flicker out from Kojic. Good respect over, but that's a big resource burn. And again, going to be able to bait out the Holy Shield. Actually, Justinian's doing a good job keeping it alive. Holy Shield in the mid lane still available. Lord up top going to be charging down. The Holy Shield already baited out now as ONIC Philippines look to go for the siege up top. Brusco walking up. The charge should be there. Bottom lane should be a mini wave there to actually go for it. Holy Shield down below popped as well. Now it's going to be Justinian walking up, and look at the Black Dragon for him. Even in the air, he's going to get chunked out so low. Justinian stunned inside of the base, but they keep their turrets alive for now.
No more Bravest Fighters, so ONIC Philippines will have to play this slightly slower. Traction Pulse gets thrown out, hits no one. Verso Time should be able to clear out that minion wave. The middle turret also defended. King Kong leading
Almost
out,
taken down.
still ends up surviving. Wow. King Kong gets away.
It's barely. Oh, wait, Justinian Two-man heavy spin there. They're going to go for the damage now. Oh my god, March is doing a whole lot. That's a stun over to AFK. March picking up a first kill of the game here. Goes in out of the M. Locks down.
Perfect.
Super Prince. And they're able to turn the fight around, keeping the turret alive still. Up top, it's King Kong looking for the turret take here. But he's going to be denied, it seems, by Castle. And he needs to respect it. ONIC Philippines got to play it slow.
And that's what we talked about. Verso Time pretty good on this defense, and that is, if it has to come down to that to come back into the game, that's what they gotta do. March, I think, is committing fully to the Malefic Gun first. There it is. And the next item should be the Winds of Nature, but also the RWM clutch stuff from Kojic to snipe Super Prince. But the fuse that was lit by Castle, right? On a 1v1 against King Kong, committing the Petrify, forcing King Kong away. So without King Kong, ONIC Philippines slightly more vulnerable in these situations. Now Verso Time can take the liberty to at least gain control of some parts of the jungle, but it doesn't change the fact that the upcoming Lord will be quite a challenge to contest.
Very, very tough for Verso Time still. ONIC Philippines did overstay, but they are still within the boundaries or within the comforts here when it comes to actually playing around their power spikes. It's still a 4-level lead for King Kong. Super Prince is still... There were no bounties, by the way. Justinian, oh, there you go. The easy lock for the heavy spin. Now Kirk walks up, goes for the stun as well. Over on Castle, a bit of poke coming down. Traction pulse will lock Kojic AOG with the curtain call into the taunt. And it's Kirk with the follow-up. ONIC Philippines, stable. Despite the overstay, no bounties given, and they will be able to get this turret down up top. And another turret falling down below as Justinian is still 13 seconds away from respawning.
The current call was used by Kelra. I believe that Verso Time should be able to defend this at the cost of the entire base. Justinian will be back, but Kojic is the key.
Oh, Kirk wanted to go to... Oh my lord, Castle in the air, just shot down, or rather cut down by Kelra. That's a Mountain Chakra landed over to AFK, and Justinian has the heavy spin, so goes in, but won't be able to use the heavy spin now. Oh my goodness, Kelra with friends melting through the health bars of AFK and March to force us to game number 3 with the scoreboard looking 1-1.
Verso Time strike hard in that